Hey everyone, hope everyone is doing well. Another video in the gas. Day in the life of an entrepreneur. Needing gas is one of them. But yeah, so today I wanted to touch base on real stuff, right? So we activated some of the workflows that we wanted to integrate into the company with our processes, and some of them are not working, and they're not working well, and so we have to fix them like ASAP, which is what we're doing. But in the midst of all that chaos, I truly believe it's all about perception, because there is a one good thing that is coming out of this. The workflows that we were trying to automate, we're actually doing them manually, and that actually has its pros and cons. Reason being that since we're doing them manually, and we have our project manager out in the field, and of course me, I'm doing the estimates and trying to work on our back end, and we have my my VA trying to fix things in the back end as well. I'm actually kind of glad that we're doing them manually, because we're really seeing what works, what is a priority, and making these changes while we're going through, this whole scenario of the workflows not being automated. So it actually, I feel like it's given us even a more solid foundation on what the workflows are going to be running on. And the fact that we're doing them manually really gives us a chance to really see what's working, what isn't, and what should be changed, what should we keep. And I think that's great. It's great. It sucks that they're not working, but also I'm a learner. We're all learners, right, in the team. So I'm glad that it's happening in a way, because we are gonna fix them, and by fixing them, we'll learn even more. And I'm glad it's happening to me and not a client of mine, right? So, and I'm sure it's gonna happen in the future, but at least we'll be able to deal with it in a different way. We'll have a better understanding of what we're dealing with or working with. But as of right now, while trying to have these workflows working for us, it's okay sometimes when things don't go your way. And just having the right perception and making an opportunity out of every mistake or situation, I think it's very important. And sorry, I'm giving you guys my back, but I have to make a right, and there's cars coming from the left, and I don't want to get into a car accident. But yeah, so when things don't go your way, try to make the best out of it. And like I was saying, with the projects, we're running simultaneous projects, like multiple projects at once, and we're seeing how certain things slip through the cracks when we're so busy, and how our system works. Let's say if we're running one project, our system works flawlessly, and if we could do it manually, great. At least it's a system. I'm thinking to myself, and I even said to the team, you know what? At least we have a system. There's some companies that actually don't have any systems in place, and they just wing it, right? But our system is so... I don't even know what the word is, but there's multiple steps that we need to take, and automation seriously is such a huge benefit for small businesses, or just businesses overall, because I see, for example, how my assistant, like, it takes half of the day for her to complete our daily tasks that we are automating. And it just comes to show how significant AI and automation comes to play in a business, because I see how we can have my VA working on other things that are more important, right? Or I mean, I'm not saying that our tasks aren't important, because they are, but I'm saying it's like it's a different value that we can provide. And this is where the conversation leads to, for example, like, oh, well, if you automate this, then you won't need any more people. And that's true. Like, if I'm just focusing on automating these tasks, having a virtual assistant, can come in handy with certain things. But like, if you can have a voice agent, take care of service, customer service inquiries, or just doing follow-ups, yeah, you may not need that VA for long. But I think that if you're always looking to grow, always looking to improve in your company, I think you're always going to need some help. And of course, you use the AI and these tools as tools to help you reach that. But I think you're always going to need that human feedback, or the human in the loop, as they say. Um, if you're always moving, then you're gonna need help. And I think that humans are always gonna be needed in regards to that. um but if you plan on just integrating these systems and you're content with that, then maybe, yeah, it can get scary, and a lot of people could lose their jobs. But I even told my assistant, like, no, we need you, and there's so much more that we need to do. So, I don't ever want you to feel worried about that. Um, and there's always so much for us to grow, and yeah. So, but my main point is that, look for opportunities in the scenarios that are occurring around you, because it really is all about perception. And like I said, our workflows, majority of them aren't working the way that I want them to work. So we deactivated them, and we're doing basically our whole process manually. And it's like a burden, because it's a lot, and it can be a lot for the project manager as well, especially when they're running multiple projects at once. Like, for example, like, we like to send out an email just reminding them 2 days prior to clients that, hey, your project is starting within the next 2 days. Like, the project manager can be so swamped that she'll forget. And then so our virtual assistant comes in, and she checks the starting dates of the clients. And then based on what she sees, if it's 2 days prior, then she'll send out the email. But it takes time to look and click up, and look at the list and look at the clients. We also have HubSpot, right? And so she's looking to see which clients where we followed up with, and is it day 1, day 2, day 3? Because we have different follow-ups based on the days that we've been attempting to follow up with the client. And that's all so time consuming, when it could be automated, and it could save us so much time, and we can have the team working on other things. And that's where I say, like, I really, like, I'm actually feeling the impact of how beneficial these automations can really help us when we're a smaller company, right? So just really cool to actually feel the burn, because of the workflows not working and us having to do it manually, and just knowing how much faster it could be. It just really comes to show that, like, wow, we really need this, and we really need to make this happen, like, ASAP. And I actually think it's cool. You got to love the process. And that's what I'm hoping to do, and that's what I'm trying to do. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. I know I kind of like jumped off topic a little bit, but that's how I am sometimes. But really cool to speak with you guys again, and leave some comments, and I'll keep you guys updated. Peace.